Pursuant to House Resolution 1224, the gentlewoman from California, Ms. Speier, and a member opposed, each will control 5 minutes. The chair now recognizes the gentlewoman from California, Ms. Speier.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. I'm going to make this short and hopefully sweet because I can't believe for a minute that we don't want to incentivize states to guarantee at a minimum the rights we've already established in the Survivors' Bill of Rights Act, which was passed in Congress unanimously in 2016. This amendment is based on a bipartisan bill offered by myself and Congressman Kelly Armstrong and Zoe Lofgren and introduced by Ranking Member of the Senate Judiciary Committee, Chuck Grassley. When we actually enacted the Survivors' Bill of Rights, it guaranteed certain rights for sexual assault survivors. Unfortunately, those rights only applied to federal cases. This amendment makes further progress by incentivizing states to follow suit. What we are debating here is really quite common sense. The right to have a rape kit if you're raped, the right not to be charged for it, the right to be notified if the government intends to destroy a rape kit, the right to be notified of the rape kit's results, the right to have the rape kit preserved for the statute of limitations, or 20 years, whichever is shorter, and the right to be informed of the status and location of a rape kit. Across the country, survivors are shocked to learn that their rape kits have been thrown out, they can't find them, and again, we've done this on a federal level. Congress has recognized the rights that should be good enough for victims of federal crimes should also be good enough for those who are convicted, who become victims of state crimes. So again, this is a simple amendment. It's bipartisan. It is incentivizing, not demanding or requiring. And with that, I reserve the balance of my time.
Gentleman from California reserves the balance of time. For what purpose does the gentleman from Arizona seek recognition?
I rise in opposition to the amendment.
Gentleman's recognized for 5 minutes. Mr. Biggs.
Thank you so much. The first thing is I'm baffled that this is even germane to the National Defense Authorization Act. Really, I'm not saying that the Survivors' Bill of Rights Act isn't good. It was passed unanimously. But this amendment bribes states to enact the rights afforded in that Survivors' Bill of Rights Act. And I think when I was the president of the Arizona Senate, we didn't get federal dollars when we went back and found a way to fund getting rape kits and making sure that we went back and started testing all of the old rape kits so we could start going after the bad guys. This Bill of Rights, Survivors' Bill of Rights, passed unanimously in 2016, but it's not a controversial concept, not at all. But the concept is that states should do this. I mean, seriously. I know you think it's really funny. That's good for you. Yeah, laugh away. But I'm telling you right now, this has nothing to do with the National Defense Authorization Act. States do this on their own when they have leadership in those states. This isn't something you blow federal dollars on. This isn't something you necessarily need to do that for. Because states will do it, and many states are doing it. I know my own state is doing it and has been doing it for 8 years now. This has nothing to do with military readiness. It has nothing to do with what this bill is supposed to be doing. Again, I find myself saying, how does this even sit germane to the underlying bill? I reserve.
Gentleman from Arizona reserves. The gentleman from California is recognized.
You know, Mr. Speaker, this is really astonishing to me, as if service members who are female, who are in states in which they do not have these benefits, should somehow be second-class citizens. I don't get. We have a parliamentarian that determines whether or not an amendment is germane to the NDAA. That has already taken place. So having this debate is irrelevant because we've already established that it's germane. And I don't know about you, but I'm not just legislating for the people of California. I'm legislating for the entire country. That's my job. And if there is a sexual assault victim in a state where they don't have the resources to somehow provide these survivors' Bill of Rights, we've already done this on a federal level, and we offer some incentives so they do it. I don't see how this is any different than the other programs we have that we continue to fund for local jurisdictions all across this country, whether it's the COPS program or anything else. So I am flummoxed by this debate on the other side. It is not a laughing matter. It's very serious. And I think sexual assault victims across this country would like to know that they have the same rights in states as those who are victims of federal crimes when it comes to being able to access a rape kit, have it paid for, being told what the results are. It's common sense. I reserve.
Gentleman from California reserves. Gentleman from Arizona is recognized.
Thank you. Well, it's my understanding that the Rules Committee waived that issue, not the parliamentarian on germaneness. So that's not really a qualified argument. That's not a legitimate argument. But if we talk about the substance of this, there are states that have taken the action that you're wanting to take. Maybe that's where you should take the fight, instead of wedging it into the National Defense Authorization Act. The National Defense Authorization Act is meant to fund the military for readiness to defend this country. I reserve.
Gentleman reserves. Gentleman from California is recognized.
Well, Mr. Speaker, it wasn't short nor sweet, but I am prepared to close and say this is pretty obvious. This does not take rocket science. All we're doing with this amendment that is bipartisan and bicameral, maybe the gentleman should talk to Senator Grassley. We want to encourage states to do what we've done on a federal level, and with that, I yield back.
Gentlewoman yields. Gentleman from Arizona is recognized.
Thank you. I oppose this amendment. It doesn't have anything to do with the National Defense Authorization Act, and I encourage everyone to vote no on it, and I'll yield back.